Hello there, Saber fans. Shamim here. It's thin neck time, one of my favorite times of the day. And today we're looking at the Korbanth K4. This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber from A New Hope. I've done a weathered finish on the exterior to better match the on-screen prop. And what's special about this particular install is that it comes with a Prizm soundboard instead of the normal Nanoviscotti that usually can fit in there. I had to sand down the edges of the Prizm board itself, and then also Dremel out a little bit of the inside of the K4 hilt so that the Prizm could slide in. So the Prizm is housed right here in the booster section, and then just into the clamp section. So that's sitting there. The battery is up here. You got two tactile switches in the two transistors here, and then you've got a 20mm bass speaker and recharge port here in the pommel. The LED is a tri-Cree XBE2 royal blue, green, white. Gives you a nice range of the different blues with white flash on clash, and then you can also get a white blade with either blue or green flash on clash, which is quite cool. Prizm comes with 6 sound fonts and up to 10 different color profiles. I only have, I think, 4 or 5 of them set because you're only working with blue, green, and white, so it's not the full RGB color spectrum. But this is a canon hilt. It's a character hilt, and he only really has various shades of blue in episode 3 and 4 and some of the TV series. So that's what we went with here. This saber is going up for sale, so I just want to show off some of the features and some of the sound fonts before I put up the listing. One other thing that's cool about this hilt, and I'll show it to you before I put in the blade, is I tried something new with the heatsink, with the LED. You may remember my first K4 install where I put the blade in for the first time on film, swung it around once, and the blade went flying out because of the very shallow blade depth. And then I tried something new to fix it, and I further refined it now. So I think I've found the perfect way to do it, at least for me. And this is what I'll be doing for all my K4 installs in the future. But let's take a look at the weathering right now. I have a blade plug here. It's a just a Saber Forge CoverTech knob installed inside a maybe a 1/2 inch piece of blade stock. So that's glued in, or the CoverTech is glued into the blade stock, and then it slides in. So that provides your blade plug. The hilt is weathered. You got some rust-colored weathering on the grenade section and the wind vane, and then just some black and gray weathering along the booster and the clamp, the Graflex clamp there, and then also on the pommel, which is vented for sound. You've got your D-ring, which is has a nice range of motion, so it's not very tight, so it'll allow it to wiggle around on your belt, which looks cool. There are 6 light side / Obi-Wan Kenobi sound fonts on here. Let me throw in a blade. You can better see the different shades of blue. For those of you who aren't familiar, to access blade retention here on the Korbanth K4, you unscrew the top of the emitter, which screws down, or unscrews down, I should say. So there you go. And then this now serves as your heat sink. So you'll see that there are 2 retention screws here. One of them is holding the blade plug in place. This is a 1032 screw, so you just barely loosen that, and it's a little bit tight. Come on, out you come. There you go. There comes out your blade plug. And your second retention screw here, which you shouldn't have to touch, is holding a heavily modified heat sink for your LED. So no part of the LED is exposed to the blade. There's just a little piece of the heat sink casing, which has been cut down to about maybe a little less than 1/2 inch, which perfectly fits over the LED and the lens. So that retention screw there is holding the LED in place. It's not going anywhere, and it's much more secure than any of the other versions that I've played with. And it still allows just enough blade retention depth once you tighten this all the way, that even when you bang it hard against another blade or on the floor or wave it around hard, the blade is not going anywhere. So that's solid, that's not going anywhere, which is nice. Top transistor is your main activation. Bottom one switches the fonts. So let's switch to the first font now. All of these fonts have 16 swings, 16 clashes, which is great. Switch to the next font.
Hello there. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
So this is pure white, blue flash on clash. This is pure royal blue, white flash on clash. We're adding in a little bit of green for, oh, there's also a bit of white in there as well, so it lightens the blade up to a very pale Arctic blue with a whitish green flash on clash. And then this is just royal blue and white, mostly white, with a royal blue flash on clash. This is sort of a medium blue with a green flash on clash. And then back to, this is white with just a tinge of green and blue in there. Royal blue, flash on clash, back to royal blue.
The Force will be with you, always.
Damn right it will.
Who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows it?
Great line. And the final font.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Very unstable blade flickering on this one. That clinking you're hearing is the D-ring going around. Everything inside is quite solid. So there you have it, guys. Obi-Wan Kenobi saber from Episode 4. Weathered finish, Korbanth K4 hilt. It was quite fun squeezing a Prizm in there. And I love the features of the Prizm. I think it's my favorite soundboard. I don't feel like joining the Crystal Focus Master race, so y'all can have your Crystal Focus. I'll stick with the Prizm. Especially now with the new V5, which has just been released, that has the motion sensing capabilities of the Crystal Focus. Once that is released on Custom Saber Shop, that'll be quite cool. I'm looking forward to playing around with the Prizm V5. But for now, this has the Prizm V4, still an excellent board. Putting it up for sale, so link is below. Thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.